Hello, everybody. Do you know how to be happy? When's the last time you stretched your imagination? If you had a day to play, would you be lost as to what to do? How long has it been since you expanded your creative side and thought of a beautiful creative day? I realize that this is a skill, a part of ourselves that has been not utilized very often in positive ways. Now, if I said, think of ways to scare people, make them in fear, or sick, or nauseous, or whatever, you could probably come up with endless lists. Yes, because that's a really good example of where your focus has been. And I mean, it's plain and simple. It's right there for those of you, you're realists, you logical people. I tell you, you get what you give and you bring about what you think about. So, if you're always thinking fear and lack and there isn't enough, and you look around your place and your space and you're living in fear and lack and there isn't enough, well, I mean, you're proving it. Okay? I noticed this by observing and watching and listening and questioning things my whole life. More on the inside of my head, thinking, holy shit, man, it's crazy here. I just don't get it. People say one thing and they do another, and it's like, well, if you want to be happy, step one, stop being angry, bitchy, complaining, depressed, egotistical, frustrated. It's a choice. It really is. It's a choice. Moment to moment to moment. Have you ever been somewhere where you're supposed to be quiet and suddenly you got the giggles? I mean, it's not appropriate. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a funeral or something going on, or a moment of silence, and you're suddenly, you can't help but burst out laughing, right? And I mean, is it just me? That's happened quite a few times to me. Or somebody's, being bitchy and grumbling and talking about the problem and rah, 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 and everybody's supposed to be going. And you're suddenly, taken over with, laughter. Like, maybe because deep down you can see the bullshit of it all, really. 99% of the problems people talk about and everything aren't as big as they make them out to be, and half of them aren't even real. It's a bunch of bullshit. And when you could start to see through the illusions, you get those letters behind your name too. Dana Wallace, ICBS. If you want to be happy, be happy. Step one. Okay? Happy people think differently. They view the world differently. Now, if you want to be a happy person, successful, living a good life, then take advice from someone who is. If you always take advice from certain people, well, then you're going to end up living a life pretty much like theirs. That's wonderful if they're living the dream life that you want for yourself. Are you taking advice from people who are living the kind of life you want to live? Is that where you're getting your advice from? Is that the footsteps you're following in? That's why ugly, stupid history repeats. Now, if you ask me, history isn't worth repeating unless it was fantastic and wonderful. And if it was fantastic and wonderful, you'd be so happy and bouncing, you'd probably be creating more fantastic and wonderful. You wouldn't be focused in on your dreary past. Oh my God. Do you not see? Dreary, drudgery, lack, past. Thinkers create more and more of it, and it's been generation upon generation of it for too many generations. Let's stop history. Let's start telling some new stories, folks. Let's start telling some happy stories. Let's stop attacking each other, and let's start accepting and acknowledging each other. Happily. Do you not all want to be acknowledged for your own beautiful, unique self and accepted as your own unique, beautiful self? Okay, well, you get what you give. Start acknowledging others and their beauty and their uniqueness. And start accepting others for their beauty, their uniqueness. We're all unique. We are all a very significant pixel in the big picture. Everyone's important. Everyone's beautiful. And when you use your eyes to acknowledge and accept the uniqueness, qualities, and what there is to like in another, that's why your eyes look out. That's why they look out, for that reason. Not to attack and look for how they're stepping outside of a stupid box of stupid rules. Look inside the soul and find the beauty. And when you do, and when you acknowledge it, and you accept it, spark it. And that soul lights up. And guess what happens to you when you cause another soul to spark and light up? You get a boost of that positive energy too, and you light up. Well, win-win. Oh, magic. That's magic. Win-win. Accept and acknowledge everyone. Find their beauty, their uniqueness. Get the fuck out of the box. Nothing in nature, nothing, no thing in nature is square. Nothing naturally thrives in a box. Now think about this. How many of you have been living boxed thoughts? Eating food out of boxes? Getting most of your information from a box? Reading from papers that are shaped like boxes? Everything you have ever been taught, you have been taught to focus, worship, and keep the box. Oh, the box seats are the best seats, aren't they? You go to the boxing ring and you buy a diamond and you put it in a box and you ask for someone to commit to being inside of your box for the rest of your lives. You know, you get a box of beer, a box of whiskey, a box of condoms, a box of pizza. Oh my God, get out of the box, people. Everything that is naturally thriving, living, and happy is in the sun, outside of the box, and free. Set yourselves free. Unbox those thoughts that do not serve you. They do not make you happy. Get out of the box. Get out of the systems. And when you put them all down and see how dysfunctional it is to keep putting more bricks into those walls, you guys have been taught to work on the net that keeps you all trapped instead of networking together. Because together we can do magic. Together we can do anything. Together we can easily tell the people, this very small majority that believe that every living being needs to be under control. No one wants to be controlled and attacked. It's time to adjust the AC on the planet. It's been too cold. We're adjusting the AC. We are not attacking and controlling each other anymore. We are accepting, acknowledging, and co-creating together. That makes it a whole lot warmer. That warms up the whole planet, the whole realm of possibilities. Come on, it's time to shine. You get what you give. Start acknowledging and accepting, complimenting, and co-creating with everyone. Smiles to all of you. It's time. We are shining. We are lighting up. We are becoming and showing the world we are diamonds. And it's time to get out of the rough. I love you all. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for co-creating. Thanks for being on the light team. Smiles to you. That's me.